And Trey Lawson is still defying the odds and building his resume. We first introduced you to Trey several years ago after a car accident that left him paralyzed as a teen. Since then, we've watched him regain his strength and launch a nonprofit to support spinal cord injury research. Now he's adding teacher and author to his story and continuing to prove his doctors wrong. Carmen Brown has the latest on his story.
The night started like several others, a track meet and friends in the car. Trey Lawson put his headphones in and closed his eyes.
And one of my friends fell asleep behind the wheel driving in the car, and the car went across the road and we fell off into a 30-foot ravine.
He later woke up in a hospital room. At 17 years old, doctors said he'd never walk again.
I was feeling like I was at the end of the world. You know, you feel like you're in the worst place in the world.
And you can understand why. He lost more than the use of his legs. He lost the sport he'd grown to love.
Track was my only way to suppress my depression around me.
But it wasn't the end of his story. It was the start of a new one. He graduated from Fort Valley State University and found his way to Southfield Elementary as a special education teacher. He says the classroom has become one of his greatest joys.
I've always been told that I've always been one with kids, and I've been well with kids. So I believe that naturally dealing with kids is actually my God-given talent.
But stepping into the classroom wasn't the whole story. Lawson wrote parts that were harder to say out loud, writing a book called The Hurdle That Broke Me. It's a story about hurt, but also about finding hope after it. And now he's writing a new chapter in real life.
Today I can walk with a walker. I can walk with forearm crutches. I can stand with a cane. I can't take much steps, but at least I have the opportunity and the ability to stand with a cane.
He says the recovery isn't over.
If you're still breathing, you still have an opportunity to grow.
And if you ask Lawson, that's all he needs. Reporting in Macon, Carmen Brown, 13 WMAZ News.
Lawson says he's not done yet. He's now pursuing his master's degree at LSU, and he has his sights set on opening his own school here in Central Georgia.